I finally found a 2025 Chevy Silverado 3500 LTZ Trail Boss. And I'm almost wondering, should they have just offered the Trail Boss and just the LTZ trim, because there's not much more money for this truck compared to the LT, and you get a lot more features. I borrowed this truck from Seiner Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City. Be sure to ask for Leo. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see pricing and options on this build. At the very top is a description, and this is sterling gray metallic paint, and here is a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it. Base price for an LTZ is going to be $63,800. This is a standard bed, and starting off the options is the Duramax. Trail Boss package is $2,565, but as I said in the last videos, you do have to opt for a few other features to get that package. So LTZ convenience package, safety package is there, LTZ convenience package number 2. This one does have a sunroof, multi-flex tailgate, and the Z71 off-road package, which comes a part of that Trail Boss 2. And all-weather floor liners. Destination comes in at $1995 with a total price of $83,835. So what do you guys think about sterling gray metallic? I still think I like slate gray better. It's not a bad color though. Now with the blackout on the front end, I think it looks perfect. Now when you get the LTZ, no surprise, premium lighting top and bottom, reflective style housing down below, but you have projector style here. These headlights also have the animations too, so if you lock and unlock it, it's gonna do a dance for you basically. Now with this Trail Boss package, they give you the blackout on the grill and on the bow tie as well. This does have a front camera with a sprayer to clean it off. Red recovery hooks down below, parking sensors. Parking sensors were an option on LTZ for 2024, and so I'm not sure if it's the same for this model year. I can't remember now. But all the trimming down below gets blacked out. You also have active grille shutters, and that Z71 badge is also blacked out. Your hood scoop has a black appearance too. This is functional with the diesel. And for 2025, first time ever, they do the black treatment for the Allison and Duramax badges. Love that. But they only do it so far for this trim. Now, there is a midnight edition package. Once one comes available, I'll check and see if that one has it too. But these are the new wheels for the Trail Boss. They are 20-inch wheel. And they have these BFGoodrich tires. They come a part of that Trail Boss package. And there's nothing really special about this tire in terms of the size. It's going to be a LT 275/65/20, and capacity is right here, 3,750 pounds per tire at 80 psi. And they have a really nice look to them too. These are the KO3s, and liner. Also, you're going to have the Rancho shocks. You can kind of see the top of them right there. Independent front suspension. And then you have the engine block heater right there. Plastic for the fender flares. More black badging. Also right here. Painted door handles, smart key system for the front doors. And then here's a side view of the truck. Notice how this one does not have fixed running boards. Now on the LT model that I've done 2 of them. They both had the fixed running boards. I believe you can get power deployable for 2025 with LTZ, I believe. 6-foot 10-inch bed. You have your steps on the side of it, and 36-gallon fuel tank, and then a 7-gallon DEF tank right there. One reason why I would skip the LT, it's probably the biggest reason why, is this right here. I don't know why for an off-road truck they didn't give it a liner out back, but they don't have one, and it's not even an option from the factory. You have to buy it after the fact. Now here's a better look at the wheels. They have a really nice design. These are 8.5 wide too. And as far as the suspension goes, nothing really different there. Rancho shocks. You're gonna get the same setup on non-Trail Boss trucks. Now, I've noticed more of these trucks being delivered with the full LED taillights. Last year, they were still using the 2023 and earlier LED taillights. So these are the 2024 refresh, and you're seeing more trucks being delivered with them. They also have the LED for the reverse lights more steps, parking sensors, black bumper, class 5 hitch, camera inputs for your trailer, 7-pin for your trailer, and this one had the optional multi-flex. So most people know how this tailgate works, so I don't really explain it as much as I used to, but this acts as a step. They give you a handle. Now this truck does not have fifth wheel prep package, as you guys saw. They do stamp a bow tie right there. You're still gonna have the bed lights, 400 watts of power, and this one just has the bed view camera at the very top there. But yeah, this is definitely a functional tailgate, and it's not that expensive either. They do give you a regular spare tire, steel wheel there, Michelin tire, which is nice, but it doesn't match what they give you on the truck. 342 rear end with the automatic locker in the rear. And here's the side view. In case you want to see that Trail Boss badge a little closer, I'll show it to you too. So there it is, the tried and true Duramax. I've said so many times the specs on this engine, they almost come off my tongue without me thinking. But let's take a look at the hood here real quickly. You guys can see, I always talk about that functional hood scoop, and you guys can tell right here the air does go through this way into the intake right there, and I believe that's just a separator for water on that side. As far as this engine goes, this is the Gen 2 L5P Duramax 6.6 liter. It's going to have 470 horsepower, 975 pound-feet of torque, and has that stamp approved Allison behind it. 10-speed, deep gears. Let's check out the interior. Here is the door card for the LTZ. I will say, this is definitely very similar to the LT. However, you don't have this function. So you cannot put the mirrors in tow mode by power. You have to go out there and stop being lazy and just pull them out yourself. You also don't get seat memories either. Now, I didn't mention this, but you see this bright trimming here? They don't give that to you on LT either. But apart from that, they both have a 10-way driver's seat on this side, telescopic steering wheel. And one thing that a lot of people like about GM pickups is they have that auto full drive, and I agree, it's amazing. Electronic parking brake, you have 3 drive modes including the tow haul, but you have normal and off-road, and all your lighting's right there. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. This is another advantage on the LTZ. I will be putting the LT and LTZ Trail Bosses side by side so you guys can see everything, but I do like the perforated leather on this truck too. Here's the dash, and this truck does have 3,145 pounds for a bed camper. It's not the payload, however. A little bit of storage right there. Soft touch on the dash. Also, you guys can see that storage a little bit better right there. Bose 9-speaker sound system, not available for LT. I'm kind of doing that comparison right now for you guys, aren't I? And out back, 60/40 bench. You can drop down these headrests. Armrest has some cup holders. And outboard heated seats, 2 USBs, air vents, cup holders right there, seat back pockets on both sides. No hump in the middle either. Well, it's a little hump, but not that big of a deal. We've made it back into the driver's seat. You guys can see those animations. GM was too lazy to get a Trail Boss badge. Just saying. I'm just saying, they could have put a Trail Boss badge there. That would have been kind of cool. But not a big deal. I don't think most people even notice that because they turn the car on so fast you don't even see it come up, right? So, not a big deal. 13.4-inch display, split screen, and you have a 12.3-inch gauge cluster screen right there. Here's some of your controls on the steering wheel. You have your cruise control. And let's see, if I push this button to turn on your cruise control. This does have adaptive cruise control, and if you want to turn it off, you just have to push this button and hold it like that. Hold it, and then it'll show you regular cruise control. Push it and hold it again, it'll show you adaptive cruise control. I don't normally show that. You can customize that screen. Now this one doesn't have it, but there is heads-up display available for LTZ, and this screen here is fully customizable. I like to have my Apple CarPlay up here. Sometimes what I'll do also is I'll put it right here. I do like to see my cameras. Where are they at? Did I miss them there? Here they go, right here. I like to see my cameras right there. That way you can see where you're parking at. This is the frontal camera. If you don't want your 360 on, you can just push this right here, and that way you have wider screen. You turn it back on, you can actually see above you like this. You also have this camera view that shows the rear and the front. You can zoom into your conventional hitch. Now if you put it in reverse, let's go ahead and do that real quickly. If you go to your bed view camera, you can turn on your backup line. You can see it right there. Okay? And it does go away if you have it on this view for the lines. You see it right there. And if you go back here, you still have the backup lines, and they give you a line like this for back of your trailer as well. But yeah, this is definitely one of the best systems in my opinion. I like that they give you the split screen now. If you have the trailer tire pressure monitoring system, if you're ordering your truck, make sure you get those sensors. It's like $50 from the factory, but I think it's like 5 times that if you get it after the fact. And that's not because of the dealers. I actually asked the dealer that, and they said no, it's just more expensive when you buy them after the fact. So if you have that tire pressure monitoring system for your trailer from GM, it will show you a menu inside of here. It'll show you the tire pressure and the temperature. Definitely something worth having if you're towing a trailer. And you have this clock right here. Some of your buttons here are going to be for exhaust brake, your lane keep assist alert, parking sensors front and rear that will disable them, and you can drop the tailgate from inside the truck, but you can't lift it back up with that multi-flex. You only do it with the standard tailgate. Caution lights here, traction control, you can disable that, and downhill assist is right there. Dual climate control, ventilated seats, they work amazing. Trailer brakes right there. Now JB, J-A-Y-B, he always leaves comments on my videos. I like his comments. He loves his Chevy truck, and he always gives some wisdom on what you should buy. He says the Chevy trucks are the way to go because of how they option their trucks, and I agree with him. They give you a lot of nice features, and I kind of like the layout of this too. I kind of miss my Chevy Silverados. Like this center console is just more thought out in my opinion. You have more storage right here, and your wireless charger is kind of hidden. You have 2 USBs, 120 volt power plug is right there, and you have deeper storage. The only thing that Chevy doesn't have is those massage seats. That's like a big deal for right now. My wife loves them too. So home link's up here. You can slide that rear glass. They also have the defrost on that rear too, which is a big deal for some people. Sunroof was an option for $9.95. Still no twin panel. Let's go ahead and check out the payload of this truck. I'm willing to bet you this truck's gonna have more payload because this truck doesn't have the running boards and it doesn't have the 5th wheel prep package. Now I haven't looked at the number yet, but I'm gonna look at it here with you guys. So gross axle rating up front is gonna be 5,600 pounds. The rear is 7,250, 12.1 gross vehicle weight rating, and 20 by 8.5 wide wheels. So the truck that I did before this one had 3,811 pounds, I believe. I would have thought the truck would have had like maybe closer to 4,000 because 5th wheel prep package and running boards, that's at least a couple hundred pounds in my opinion, but I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, 20,000 conventional, 21.6 for Gooseneck, 30,000 gross combined weight rating right there. The Trail Boss package is definitely welcomed. I think some guys who have been buying these trucks for years are going to definitely jump to this one because it has a cool look to it. It has the black bumpers on these different colors. If you get black, you get black bumpers still. But I think that they could have done more. I think that there's definitely a nice flair. It's something different. But the only really thing you're getting is that decal on the bed and the black bumpers. Now you can get the black bumpers on the ZR2, so they have that, and I guess like I said earlier, you get those black badges right there. I have not seen those blacked out on any other truck except for this one. So, oh yeah, and you get the red recovery hooks. I forget about those. So yes, you get a few other things, but is it worth the $2,500? That is the question.